guys, welcome back to our channel Swipes Learn. Today we are back with another video. In this video, we'll be discussing about the last two types of the SQL commands. So we'll be discussing about the transaction control language and the data control language. Let's go ahead. So with this, we'll be coming into the end of our commands. Those are the DCL and TCL. We'll be discussing about them. So the TCL, the transaction command language, is used to manage the transaction in the database. So we have three different types like commit, save point, and rollback. Commit is used to permanently save any transaction in the database. So whenever you perform insert or update, delete any changes, those are not permanent. Like we have learned in the previous videos, like they can be rolled back. So after completing of those, performing your commands, after at the end of the session, if you just write the syntax commit of those commands, whatever you performed will be saved. And those once you have committed, you mark them as permanent and you can't undo them. You can't be rolled back. Like it's used to change or permanently store or the changes which you have performed your database. So this way commit is helpful. And for the rollback, it's used to restore the database to the last committed state. So, like it is used to save point the command to jump to a particular save point, like rollback to save point name. Like whenever you perform any update command changes and you don't want them or you don't require the particular changes to be done, you can just roll back them. Save point is used to temporarily save its transaction so whenever you feel something is important required, you can just roll back. So in simply I'll say I have a transaction example. Say I have an account balance of 100 rupees and I'm retrieving the data 50 rupees. So I am performing the command like I am inserting the command one is about inserting the data, insert 100 rupees, and I have retrieved the data, retrieving the data, and three, once it's commit, the changes are made. So whenever you check with the balance, you'll get the balance as 50. So these are not like if you come with the financial decisions, it will be different. So if you go with you can't make this 40 commit and rollback because the transaction money is already withdrawn. So you can just, okay, let's take an example of something very simple. Say I need to change the courses. See, I have the course name. So I'm inserting the student. So, okay, I need top some five students to enroll in a particular course. So firstly, I'm inserting the new course C name, and I'm initializing five students and commit them. And I feel like I need someone. So whenever this commit is performed, I'm inserting these five new value of the students into this new table called special batch. And now I'm just going and I just need some other two students added to buffer. So I'm adding the new two students and I'm not sure whether them to commit into the original table and modify the database structure. So I'll just keep a hold on it as a save point them. And I receive the details such as, okay, and I don't want two students and I'm enough good to go with this five students. Now I'll say the command as rollback to save point, this particular save point, say save point name as I'll be rolled back to save point S. Now my database query will be here. So whatever the operations whichever performed this until this between this commit to the save point will be erased. So this functionality will be undo with the help of the rollback command. Until the commit it will be rolled back. So now I'll have only this file. So instead of your temporary save points, you don't know whether you are unsure or unsure about the data. like you may or may not be inserted into your original database, you can just use this save points such like temporarily I can save this transaction. So whether it to be permanently affect my database or not, I'll decide it after some time. You can just save point with this new save point name. Once you feel okay, I need this two students also to be into this my permanently database, I can just after the save point test, I can just say commit. It will add this 5 plus 2, 7 student. If I don't want, I'll just say roll back to save point S. But whatever where I'll be saved. Okay, see, we are having here with an example, insert into the class values. I have 5 and Rahul. I have committed changes. Now, okay, guys, let's see with an example. I have a value insert into the class values as 5 and the Rahul. So now I'll be committing the changes. Say commit. Now the values are inserted. Now, if I want a class name, set name equals to Abhijit, where ID equals to 5. So whenever I have the ID 5, I'm modifying it as an Abhijit. Now this is the save point A. So whenever you see insert a new value, say 6 Chris's, and I have stored temporarily as save point B. Now insert into class value 7 Bravo. So I have performed three different save points here, but none of them I have committed. So now I just come freshly and select star from the class. I'll just have only 1, 2, 4, the previously existing, but not those all the save points. So whenever I say commit all of these changes, now the original table will be 5, 6, 7 also, but I haven't committed them. So whenever I say roll back to B, the C is gone, the 7 Bravo is gone, and you'll be having the original values until this A and B is saved. So whenever I need to roll back to A, I'll lose this save point B and I'll have whatever values I have at the A. Whenever I roll back and commit them only, those all will be saved. Now coming to the DCL, DCL is used to control the privileges in the database, and then these are like both system like the system takes creating permissions for creating a session or a table, and for the object to perform any of the operations in the database tables. So these control privileges, we'll have two commands. Those are like grant and revoke. Grant is used to provide any user access privileges or any privileges to the database, either in the creation, administration, or a simple user. And the revoke is used to take back the permissions for any user. So to create a grant, we'll just say grant followed by grant create session to the username. So now the username, this particular username will have the privilege to create a session or create a table. Or I need to give the system DB administrator. So I can give this grant system DBA to a username or to drop any table. So we can't give permissions to each and everyone to drop table or to perform the modify the main database structure. So now I'll have this grant as this DBA to username or grant drop any table to username. Now to revoke, I can just take back my privileges by simply using the revoke command. Revoke this create table privilege from this particular username or revoke the system DBA. I need to change the system DBA for my system. So I'll say revoke this DBA to this username. So we'll be revoking the permissions. That's it for the end of this SQL commands. We'll be back in another new videos. Keep practicing. Thank you guys.